Du- 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 du. Hi, 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 hi. So, are we? That this is working, that's working too. And we should be on. Should. Oh, I need to turn this on. So, how is everyone? Is Hey, Nico! How are you? As you can see today, I'm pretty excited. Uh, you know why. You really do know why. How was your weekend, Nico? Uh, I'm missing. Uh, yeah, today was a great day. I was able to play the first 2 hours of Ragnarok already. Work got in the way, so I couldn't. Uh, Wait, I'm still starting. Sorry, I'm not ignoring you. So yeah, I was able to play the first 2 hours. I can't speak much about the game yet. I can't even say that I'm enjoying it or not. I can confirm that. But yeah, it was a surprise because I actually got the code like minutes after signing the NDA and getting the proposal to review the game. So this all happened today. I had no previous notice that I was going to be able to play the game before the review, before launch. It was a crazy day. It was a really crazy day. Let me just do. I need to do the Instagram post. Give me a second. But yeah, other than that, the day was pretty good already. Monday is always a day where I got a lot of work from the weekend. And since I've been modding Santa Monica's Discord, that also is a whole thing. Thank you, thank you. I really do appreciate it. And from the comments that I got on that simple post, I I really do feel the love. It's been a while since I felt the this much support on anything really. Hey Jaden, thank you for subscribing. It's your first time here, right? Yeah, I have to admit, today's stream, I was thinking about not streaming at all. So, because I want to get to, I really do want to play the game, but something that I can definitely tell you is that I want to see the differences. I know from playing. This is not your first time here, little Wolfie. Let me. So, this was actually my first time getting a new release early. And something that I want to do with today's stream is to compare some things in the game that might not be like right into the first view of anyone. So where did we left off? Okay, here. This is going to be great. I was able to play the first 2 hours of Ragnarok, by the way. And 2 hours into the game, I can tell you it's been a really real experience.
There was Ganungagok, the great void. There were no realms yet, only primordial forces. There was fire and there was ice, and there in the void they met and produced
Water?
more than water, the mystic lifeblood of something entirely new. From this water, Ymir took form and became a being of pure creation and chaos, mother and father to all that came after.
Even the Aesir?
Aye. Every god, man, and beast came first from Ymir's flesh. Though it was the Aesir who thought themselves so superior that they should hold dominion over the rest of creation. It was Odin who took arms against his creator and spilled Ymir's lifeblood with his spear. A necessary evil, he would say, to bring order to the realms. From Ymir's torn flesh, Odin would fashion the realm of Midgard for his own. Called himself All-Father, as if he was the creator and not the creator's destroyer. The small, covetous tyrant.
Ymir?
Huh? Oh, sorry, my boy. You know, I think it best we just end it there, actually.
I can't make any comments about the game, but you saw the trailers, you saw the previews. A really nice way to experience what the changes are is the Game Informer coverage of the game. They did a couple of, I think 3 videos actually, that you can see on their YouTube channel, your Game Informer. Those 3 videos will tell you a lot about what's new in the game. Eclipse! How was your weekend, Eclipse?
She says she'll honor our request and reunite us? Okay, you're... Sorry, Captain!
I just did something to check the differences between this and Ragnarok. I kept busy myself. It was a really cool weekend. I kept busy, but at the same time was very chilled. I stayed home most of the weekend with my partner, and yeah, it was date night all over the week.
This is true as well. But do not take your disappointment out on me, boy. Take it as a lesson.
We are actually going to play my favorite part of the 2018 game. My favorite part of God of War is this one. I know the feeling. I take it might not look like it, but I take a lot of breaks of VP, and I'm always surprised with how much I needed them without knowing that I needed them before taking the break. My last one was in July, actually. June was my last VP break. I might take another one now. Oh yeah! I never made the connection, but yeah, they look alike. I don't think he's here yet. Gary's a bit like Spiggy. He doesn't join every stream, or they join late sometimes. It's been a while since I used this one properly. Bro, I can't believe it. So, I'm sorry, I'm going to shift to Portuguese for a little bit because I'm going to freak out. Rapaz de jogos, eu vejo o teu conteúdo há anos. Há anos. Ter-te no stream é mesmo incrível, obrigado, a sério. So I just had a bit of a fun moment. Rapaz de jogos, I've been seeing his content for years. I love his content on on YouTube. One of the greatest inspirations, for sure. Lala! Whoa! Thank you. The code came today. It was a whole thing. Yeah, I can't speak at all about the game because I'm afraid of even. I was afraid to even say that I had the game. When I first read the NDA, I thought that I couldn't say that I had it at all. So, yeah, I didn't make the post right away. I asked basically my editor if I could say it. It took a few hours to reply to me, and I was freaking out from the moment that I sent the message asking if I could like say to people if I had the game or not until he replied. I was freaking out because I couldn't believe it, and I started playing it right away. By the way, this is how the photo looks like. I don't know what you like, Nico. I can't tell you if you're going to like it or not because I don't know. I don't know what you like. Oh, I didn't want to enter the vote. This is one of the worst things about the 2018 game. That it was announced a couple of weeks back, but I can talk about this. Auto pickups. Auto pickups should be accessibility feature that's available in every single game. If you played Red Dead Redemption 2, you know how much auto pickups would help improve that game. I can't tell you.
I'm glad you asked, actually. I have just the story for you. There was a giant once named Thamu. A very giant, who just...
I believe me, no one wants to speak about the game as much as me right now. No one. I would love to just do a stream about it. Would love to do it. Sadly, I can't. But yeah, it's a weird feeling to want to talk about a game and not be able to because NDAs. It's something new. I never got early. I never got early access to the game. The only times that happened was to PC ports. So yeah, no, I'm not getting any other game. I think. I don't think I'm getting any other game for now. So for some reason today of all days, I'm not sure why, but my dog has been crying for me. He never cried during the streams, but for some reason. No idea. No idea what he wants today. Sorry about that. Yeah, for some reason he wants me. I can't tell you. I can't tell you if I enjoyed it or not. That's for the review. Sorry. Yeah, I do have God of War Ragnarok. I got it today. Yeah, I think it's attention that the dog wants. If he needs to drop one, my girlfriend is with him. The thing is, he's crying in the living room and coming to my office door, and he never does that, which is super strange that he's doing it today. Maybe he just wants to see me play Ragnarok. I don't know. And once he came to the office and saw that I wasn't playing Ragnarok, it was just, nope, I'm bouncing. I would be the same. If I had someone in my house playing that had access to God of War Ragnarok and they were playing the 2018 game, I would be bouncing once I saw that.
Despite his mountainous size, was without question the greatest stonemason this world had ever seen. The proud Thamur hoped to one day pass his vast knowledge onto his son. But young Hrimthor had the heart of a warrior. Perhaps the father had too much fear.
A lot of new faces today, though.
Either way, the quarrel of theirs spiraled out of control, and the overworked stonemason, bonk, struck his son. Hrimthor ran off into the night. Feeling shame and regret, Thamur chased after his son. But in his emotional state, soon found himself wandering Midgard, lost and alone. Sadly, he caught the eye of the one person he didn't want to meet alone that night, so far from home.
He signed it. He pressed the.
You'll see.
He pressed the sign button with his little paw. So I had I really can't tell you anything about the game, sorry. You can ask. I don't mind you asking, but I really can't tell you anything about the game.
Crushed a charming plate.
My dog's name is Chewie, after Chewbacca of Star Wars.
He's famed for worshipping the Vanir god planning that one. Truth is, the sweaty claw bag just got lucky.
Sorry, but I need to replay that scene again. What are you using for that? For taking the ultra wide shots without camera tools or?
This chisel we seek. What is it?
I'm glad you asked, actually. I have just the story for you. There was a giant once named Thamu. A very giant, who, despite his mountainous size, was without question the greatest stonemason this world had ever seen. Proud Thamur hoped to one day pass his vast knowledge onto his son.
Oh, I had no idea Lucas' dog was also named Shui. No, it's after Chewbacca. So when we got him, we were torn between. When we got him, we were torn between Chewie or Dobby. Chewie after Chewbacca and Dobby after the elf in Harry Potter. And we decided on Chewie because the way he looks.
He caught the eye of the one person he didn't want to meet alone that night. So far from home.
And what happened next?
You'll see.
They killed him. No. They found the village?
Aye.
Yeah,
Fell.
you may want to take a look into Ansel though. Ansel does that and gives you access to other things in the photo mode. So you might want to take a look at that, Lala. That's also a great name for a dog, though. Yeah, not the next one. The next one, if you saw The Good Place, you will know the reference. But the next one, we are thinking about naming Shitty after the character in The Good Place. One of the protagonist's characters is named Shitty, and to me he's the best character. I'm curious if you guys in the chat have dogs. Oh, Oh, Arya is actually... This will sound super weird and has nothing to do with Game of Thrones. But Arya is actually the name that I want to give my daughter if I ever have one. Oh, I'm sad to hear that, Eclipse. I know how much dogs can mean to us. Pets in general mean a lot to most of us.
Enemies. Just give the word.
Fucking hell. No! I can't play the other God of War on stream. I'm sorry, I can't. Hi Gary, how's your doing? How was your weekend? You messed with my head. I wish I could show you guys how cool Ragnarok is, but I can't. If you pay me to stream it in a private server, I will. But you have to pay me a good amount of money. Like, a good amount of money. Like, $1 billion, and I will stream Ragnarok before the release. Billion, not million, $1 billion. Safe to say that I'm doing pretty well, Gary. Not to be disrespectful, Gary, but in the condition that the UK is, I don't think you can afford to give £5. Did you heard about that? Now that we are talking about breaking NDAs. Did you heard about that? Like it's a big name YouTuber. I can't remember his name, but he broke. So he made a fake profile called The Real Insider, and he leaked a bunch of stuff pretending to be someone else, and then he did some for GTA 6, he did a lot for AC Odyssey. Can't remember the name of the guy, but he broke a lot of NDA stuff and got into trouble. Dan Allen, that guy. Did you heard about that? Can you imagine being so freaking obsessed with Clut, with like getting likes, that you would create a new account and ruin everything that you built just for a few likes on a totally different account that's not yours? Like, can you imagine that? I honestly feel pity for the guy. I don't feel anything else but pity. It must be horrible for your mind to be like that. Yeah, I saw a few of his videos. Not like I wasn't like a religious follower of his. I wouldn't watch everything that he did, but I did watch a few things, and I was like really surprised and shocked by how much he ruined his reputation for simply and it wasn't even his account. That's what gets me. Like he wanted to feel relevant on another account. Yeah, but I'm not even saying that I'm sure, and I can speak for myself. At one point, I was hooked into that glut. I'm not ashamed to say it, but to that point, it was the first time that I heard it. Not for the faint of heart. Not for the faint of heart. Hi there! How are you? I hope you're doing well. Thank you for joining. I believe it's the first time that you have joined. Hope you like the stream.
Chisel.
The tip of one, yes. A very, very giant.
Yeah. And I can't speak too much about it, but I already saw that influence some people not getting the code for Ragnarok. And it's not even just the review copies, it's the he had access to early events, like the Ubisoft event. He saw the entire thing earlier and made posts about the names of the games, the AC games that were announced on the True Insider account, just to get a few likes.
Thamur was a frost giant. When he died, his final breath froze everything.
I don't know. I guess I get it somehow, but still. It really gets me that you would lose yourself so much. Like, I was super worried about not spoiling anything about the game, so much that I use a GIF about Ragnarok, so much that I use a GIF of, or GIF. By the way, Team GIF or GIF?
There he is.
Find the tip of that chisel. That's the magic we need.
That's something that I hate. League culture is something that I truly hate. Not just in games, but in movies as well. I hate league culture. Lala, you are one of mine.
Focus up, boy.
No! Eclipse! You are the chosen one!
All set. Jump it. Jump it in.
But the thing about that case, about Dan Allen's case, is that he did it on a totally different account, it was great. God of War! God of War! God of War! I don't think I'm getting anything else until the end of the year. Now that I got Ragnarok, the only game beside Ragnarok that I'm sure I will get a review copy is oh yeah, and he made a video about the whole situation, and what I found weird about that video is that he was more. Oh yeah, but that one is only in February, right? It got delayed to February, and that one. By the way, DTA, this is your first time here. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Does it have a release window yet? I never played the first Dead Island though. The only zombie game... I love zombie movies. I don't like too many zombie games. Only... Okay, I know about the controversy... The controversial thing that I'm that I'm about to say, but the only two zombie games that I enjoy are the only two zombie games that I actually enjoy are Days Gone and The Last of Us.
Senor, we offer back the
I don't like Resident Evil.
It was believed that Njord calmed the winds and seas for the fishermen. For that they loved and worshipped him here.
Really? I'm glad to hear more VPs signing NDAs. That's good for me. Oh, Ghost of Tsushima. I wish I had time to go back and replay the entirety of Ghost of Tsushima. Ghost of Tsushima is one of my favorite games. I believe I believe it was on a stream that I said that I wanted to do a Ghost of Tsushima tattoo, but didn't know exactly what to get. And the more I think about it, the more I think I'm going to get a tattoo of Ghost of Tsushima where... Oh yeah! Oh! I'm jealous. I'm really jealous, Gary, because I want that. I don't know if you got the clothes or not, but I want to get. I want to get the oversized shirt with the comic book panels in it. I want to get that shirt.
Atreus, here.
Motherfucker. If uh, is it still in on stock? Is it still in stock? Is it still in stock? Gorilla. Where are you, Gorilla? Let's see if it's still in stock. L for me. Ooh. Okay, I'll save that for later. I'll save that for later, but that's the design that I really like. I really do like a good shirt. Tamur. The name of the giant is Tamur. Want to get a nice picture in here. The father. So the story goes. The story goes that Thamur was a stonemason and he had a fight with his son, and during that fight his son ran away, and Thamur went looking at him for him during the night, and instead of finding his son, he found Thor. And when he found Thor, Thor hit him with Mjolnir, Meow meow. Now that I want the kid to walk, he doesn't walk. By the way, was Eclipse the only one that understood the reference to Mew Mew? Or did you all understood the reference to Mew Mew? Yeah, it's a weird choice in general. Even the designs. I like some of the designs, but I saw some people complaining that the designs are ugly, or they are just simply artwork of the game stamped into tracksuits or other stuff, and they are not wrong at all. That's yeah, some of the designs are really odd choices. Let's just leave it at that. Yeah, that's what Darcy from the movie says. There is another name for Mjolnir. I think it's Michael. That's actually the Lake of Nine. That's where the World Serpent is. If you look behind the last trailer, you can see Tyr's Temple in the background. I'm glad I'm not the only one. Can someone please look up can someone please look up what Paul Rudd calls Mjolnir? I can't remember. I think it's Michael. But I'm not entirely sure. Jonathan! That's it! Jonathan! I had no idea about the grinder one. Why is Mjolnir called Jonathan? Why is Mjolnir called grinder? Is it a translation? Yeah, it was during an interview for Ant-Man and Wasp, where they were checking their knowledge of the MCU. And let me tell you, Paul Rudd probably knew the name of Thor's hammer even before he joined the MCU. Uru is the metal that the hammer is made of.
I have a plan.
You do?
Do not act so surprised.
No offense, brother. I don't even think Thor with Mjolnir in hand could get through that much ice.
Then Thor is a fool.
This should be entertaining.
Boy,
Give it time and it will probably be a thumbnail. Oh yeah, so if you go back to my in my channel, you will see that I started the 2018 game, this game. I started the 2018 game in but I do stream other games. What and yeah, I never streamed it on YouTube, but back when I was on Twitch, I streamed a lot of I can comment on that in a bit. Give me 1 second. Okay, so let's talk a minute about some things. So, let me stretch. So, about streaming other games and streaming Ragnarok. My goal is to finish the 2018 game just in time that I can stream Ragnarok. That's my main goal. About the copies, the review copies, this is the normal time frame. On my experience, this is the normal time frame. I can give you an example. God of War for PC I got the review copy almost 2 months before the release of the game. This is the normal amount, like a little over 3 weeks is the normal time for review copies of this big game. What gets me, what's new, is the day. We can post our reviews on the 3rd of November. That's almost one week earlier. So that's crazy. That's something new to me. Usually it's like 3 days before release. You can see with Requiem, A Plague Tale Requiem is releasing tomorrow, and the reviews are only going up today. That's the crazy part. That's like the usual amount of time for most games. I think I'm not the most experienced on this topic, but I can tell you that 3 weeks, a little over 3 weeks, usually for this big of a game, it's the usual time that they gets us the copies. But yeah, leaks suck. The leaks suck so much. I will. Yeah, I will probably give that time. I will probably be killing some Valkyries during the time that people are playing. So I will probably like stream at release and then stream it again. The thing about streaming and doing VP is that the thing about streaming and VP is that I will announce during my first stream that I won't get past the first boss fight, and I know where the first boss fight is, so I will only be like streaming and taking photos of the first section of the game. So yeah, imagine the first streaming going up is going to be something like catch me streaming the first hour of God of War Ragnarok, mainly focusing on VP, or let's take some shots of the first hour of God of War Ragnarok. I won't go past that.
Wow, that was something that.
By the way, for Greek people, this is a really bad sign. You don't offer apples to Greek people. That's why
Well, that was a waste of a perfect.
Kratos doesn't catch them.
There is nowhere here to hide.
That. It's a
Oh, if you go back
special way of
look at the thumbnails. I think one of my first streams here was me fighting the Valkyries.
Realms, and your mind doesn't understand what it's seeing, so it sees nothing at all. That's how we avoid ever having to actually use its craft. It doesn't seem to work on dragons, though.
Your brother
Yeah.
wants to know if you're getting enough to eat. I guess I could tell him you are.
Brock was asking about me. Was there meat on his breath? You let him touch this again. Come on, then.
There are
So that's how Brock was in the temple right after the water.
so
Step between realms.
if you,
I need complete silence.
I'm not sure. I think they signify death or something, but yeah. And another thing is, in Santa Monica, and this is actually confirmed by the developers, Santa Monica has a rule book of things that Kratos will never do, and one of them is catch an apple. This is confirmed by the developing team. Kratos will not ever catch an apple.
Let's get started then.
Sindri is my favorite merchant in any game.
Try keeping that clean.
Any game.
I think that's a keeper.
Today I loudly gasped at something when I saw it. That's how much I will say about that.
Fine piece of work. If I say so myself.
Never noticed that. Never noticed that he never eats. But that's a really good catch though.
Now, there is something else to tell you. Let's do it. Okay, come back.
Can you guess it?
Knowing you, it doesn't involve sticking.
Correct.
Happen to think he looks dashing. Smoked up the corpse.
I never noticed that. That's a really nice catch.
Yes.
If he doesn't need to use the toilet. And this house doesn't have a toilet. It's really weird that his house is basically one room where he and Faye would sleep, and Atreus. And the actor. The delivery of the actor that plays Sindri is just perfect. The fucking delivery of those lines are it's so weird. The things that he says, it's so weird, and he delivers it perfectly. Like, let's be honest, Brock is awesome. He steals every scene that he's in. But it's very easy to do what Brock does. Be the guy that says a lot of curse words. That's fairly easy to play, I think. But but being the one to deliver those crazy to be able to like he acts insane. That's what Sindri is, a germaphobe. And to be creative and create a germaphobe
Lemire, you knew this place before?
I came here on a diplomatic mission once, trying to broker a peace between Asgard and Vanaheim. That war. So many lives lost. What I didn't know was Thor had already gone on a killing spree of giants.
What did the giants have to do with the war between the gods?
you then have Mimir,
They took no side in that.
you have a few other
But Odin's paranoia
others.
passed only
But
by
yeah,
Thor's.
but I think that's the goal, is to feel very lonely in a world that is filled with these mythical things. It's a very personal journey for Atreus and Kratos. I think that's the goal, the main goal that they try to achieve with this one. Yay! Another Portuguese! It's always nice to have Portuguese people in the chat. Yeah, and based on what we saw from the trailers of Ragnarok, we will be meeting a lot of new characters along the way. Oh, I get it. Don't get me wrong. I get it. It's something that it's quite noticeable on the 2018 game, that you don't get enough characters. I think it's in part because of it's in big part because of the power of the PS4, that they weren't able to add that many NPCs, that many side characters. That's why the ghosts that you meet are basically the same. Bye, Eclipse! Have a good night! I know the answer to that question.
crystal.
The PS4 is seriously one of the best pieces of hardware ever created. It's
Well, a stealthy plan it is not.
Now we must free the other strap.
if you let's just think. If we think about the games that run on the PS4, it's quite impressive. Like Horizon Forbidden West runs really well
Correct.
on the PS4.
Already shattered crystals nearby for me to shoot.
Miles Morales
Correct.
runs on the PS4.
We need something ridiculously heavy to. Oh, I get it now.
Good.
How are we going to turn the hammer so it lands near the chisel tip?
Not possible. We cut it free, write it down, and figure out what comes next after.
So your plan involves a whole bunch of luck.
You're welcome to suggest a different one.
Care to elaborate, Nico? I won't answer, but I'm curious.
What now?
Hold tight.
The plan seems ill-advised.
Quiet head. Jump!
That didn't work. It only fell little ways.
But isn't that what they are doing with Odin? They are not showing much of Odin, but they are showing, at least for me, I think, they are showing quite a lot of Thor.
Oh no! The floor's collapsed. How do we get to it?
We cannot.
Red Dead Redemption running on the PS4 is sublime. I played Red Dead Redemption for the first time on the PS4 and
Time itself
have
is
had
the third
absolutely no complaints about that experience. AC Unity, after everything got patched down,
The season
is like pristine on the PS4. It runs
Shouldn't it be
so well.
winter, spring, summer, autumn?
That's the problem
Why start
of
with winter?
games nowadays. They are rushed
I know that one.
and they
Winter that
Quiet head.
doesn't like music either. Got it.
Boy,
Var, Haust, Vetter, Sumar.
Ragnar, Uncharted is a great series.
know that's the order in the song Mom said.
Can't remember. Can you really write it on the chat? I can't remember this one. Never played any of the.
Write it.
Oh fuck! I misclicked.
Bauer, Vetter, House.
So,
Still nothing.
winter.
The order from the song again.
Winter, spring, summer, autumn.
Boy,
House.
Okay, thank you, DTA. I never played any Fallout games. My favorite lore in game is
that word.
Means endure.
Try it.
Bloodborne.
Thola.
Bloodborne is my favorite lore in games. Dark Souls 2.
Done, lad.
Write it again.
Thola. Horizon! The energy's lifting the platform.
Keep writing.
Thola. Thola. Thola.
Head, how is this possible?
My guess? Temporal magic. Dangerous stuff the high Vanir gods used to play around with. The ability to freeze time. Happened to be a favorite of Njord himself, in fact.
Used to. Why did they stop?
Well, turns out stopping time keeps the sun and moon from streaking across the sky. Unfortunately, it does not stop the wolves that chase them, always looking to sink their teeth in. After that, they decided it was best to leave time alone.
I heard nothing but good things about the lore of Destiny. Destiny's lore is very well put together, right? Like, not the way you discover it, but it's not the first time that that someone mentions the lore of Destiny to me. Heard the same thing about the lore of heard the same thing about the lore of Overwatch. I also like one. There is one that very few people, now that we are talking about multiplayer games, there is one that isn't talked that much because the community is so toxic, but League of Legends has a surprisingly deep lore. And if you saw Arcane on Netflix, you will understand my reasoning for saying that League of Legends has such a deep lore.
We're good.
Final Fantasy X has a great lore too.
Thola. 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 Not again! Nightmares! That whip!
I hate these bitches!
Almost to the top! Thola. Thola. Thola.
Arcane is such a good show. Got me back into League of Legends though, and that's never a good thing.
Father! The ball dropped away!
Jump!
Never ever play League of Legends. That's what I tell you to do. Never play League of Legends. If you are into
Just having a little fun, you big grump.
go to sleep, Nico. You need your rest.
Well, there it is. How are we going to get it free?
A push. Trust me. Ready. Dig in and push with everything.
Yes, sir. How do we get down?
We jump.
Really?
Come. Do not panic.
Why would I panic?
I have you.
See ya, Nico. Bye.
You're cracked, you know that?
Thank you. Really means a lot. Thank you.
Keep moving.
The chisel tip.
Give the man credit. He has a talent for destroying things.
Remember that head.
Never leaves my mind.
Now.
20 more minutes and I'm about to leave too. Can't remember where I should go.
Those were the guys we saw with Baldur. His nephews?
Aye, Magni and Modi, sons of Thor.
Mother always said the Aesir were the worst of gods. Guess he's a terrible father, too.
They are no longer children. They have no excuse.
They'll never even see him.
Depends on what are you pestering them, quote unquote, about. I am not a big fan of reaching out to developers to ask them for like free games or stuff like that. I do think it's okay for you to like tag them in your stuff when you post your stuff. If they don't want to be tagged, they can disable that. Other than that, I would be very careful with how you approach a community manager. You have to think that community managers are using you have to think, you always have to think that community managers are people too, and they aren't their jobs. So there is a balance that needs to be taken. For instance, I'm a friend. I consider him a friend of Kevin from Band Studios, and I never asked them for anything. I comment on his posts, he comments on mine, but I never asked them for anything. And I think that's the basic of it. You can have a relationship with them, you can establish a friendship, but you shouldn't
Ah, the great dining hall. Envy of all Midgard. Funny, I remember there being a massive candelabrum. Really livened up the place.
And there are there is a lot of that going around on Twitter, on making posts asking community managers and studios for free stuff, review copies and other things like that. There's a lot of that going around recently, which I really don't like that became a trend. I know that we want stuff. I know that we all want like early copies. We all want things. I'm one of the lucky ones. I don't receive every game, but I received some, and I know I'm one of the lucky ones. But it scares me that it became such commonplace that people would ask. Like today I saw someone that never made content from a Plague Tale asking the community managers for the studio for an early copy of the game. I hate that it became a standard. I really do.
There.
Ah, yes. You just can't help but break things, can you? Memory serves, the Jarl's throne was just on the other side of that wall of ice.
Prepare yourself.
Yeah, that's I want everything basically. That's what gets me. I want everything, but I never ask for it. Maybe that's why I get so little sometimes. By the way, by the amount of shots, can you notice how much I love this area?
Get pass out, but there's no way to reach it.
Be ready.
Wolver!
For instance, the amount of people that told me that I did years of free marketing for God of War, and I deserved a copy because of that, was insane. Like, it's not free marketing, people. Believe me, most of if not all studios, most of them, when they share your stuff, they are doing the marketing for you. It's not the other way around. It's not that you are doing marketing for them. They are doing marketing for you when they share your shots. Yeah, there is a difference to asking, and there's a balance. There is a really like true balance to getting to asking for things and not feel entitled. Thank you, Gary. Lucky shot again. Yeah, that's the other thing. To get it, this might sound weird to you, but to me, it's easier to get the big markets. To get into the big markets, it's easier for me than to get to the smaller markets. It's really hard for me to get a connection with PlayStation Portugal, for instance, than it is to Yeah, Santa Monica is probably the only ones I would feel comfortable with asking for stuff. Don't get me wrong, it's not easy, but it's definitely easier.
I think you got it.
Yeah, PlayStation DN and LN, something like that. They are much easier than PlayStation Portugal.
Something ahead.
See, lad, he's fine.
Thought it best to vanish when Thor's idiots. I have a favor to ask. Just a small favor, really. I don't suppose you can try keeping that clean? Fine piece of work, if I say so. Myself.
Our community, the VP community, I don't think they suck. I think like every community, you have good people and you have bad people.
Until we meet again, my friend.
And
Remember the
and I really think that the good far outweighs the bad
Yeah.
in our community.
Well, I traced it to a group of Reavers that operate out of the Northry stronghold. I'd wager that's where they took their haul from Fafnir's storeroom, along with that whetstone that I could use to help you.
Okay. Let's just check on a few things. But yeah, today was a good stream. It was actually the first stream where I started with a mission. I started with a mission to get to this point. Took take photos along the way and actually got here. So yeah, today was a very productive stream. Oh, okay. Thank you for clarifying. Thank you for clarifying that, Lala. So yeah, both of you, thank you for sticking around until the end and being so active in the chat. I hope I see you again this Thursday. And for now, we are done. Bye, everyone. See ya.